Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I will be talking about the IRS Form 1096. Let's go. The 1096 form is a form used to transmit paper forms such as 1099, 1098, W2Gs, and other certain forms. So basically, when an individual or a company issues, for example, 1099 forms for certain workers, they need to report what they issued to the IRS. To do this, the individual or corporation transmits these 1099s to the IRS using form called 1096. Let me explain this in another way. Let's say a nonprofit organization or any business uses several individuals throughout the year to perform specific jobs. And the organization or the company issued payments to the workers. By the end of the year, this business or nonprofit is required to issue a form called 1099 Miscellaneous to each worker that provides the total amount issued to this particular person or particular individual. Here, this is an example of Form 1099 Miscellaneous. As you can see here, in box 3, let me mark it. Yes, here box 3, if it's clear, where the total amounts paid on the course of a year should appear in this box. Just a note here, this video is not for Form 1099. I just wanted to provide you with an example of what will be transmitted or reported to the IRS using Form 1096. And this is just how the form that usually supplied to the individuals or to the workers look like. Well, in this slide, this is how the 1096 looks like. And during this video, I will show you how to fill out this form. Let's say you had 7 people worked for your organization or business during the tax year, and you paid them these amounts listed here. Worker 1, 10,450, worker 2, 2750, etc. to the rest of the 7 individuals. In this example, we have 7 individuals worked for the organization or the business, and the total amount paid to all these individuals was $29,000. And by the way, I just put the random numbers in here for these 7 workers in example. And the total came in even number $29,000, which is, I did not intend to bring it to this total, but this is just an example to show you how we will process the 1099s and the 1096 for these 7 workers for a particular organization. So for each individual received their 1099, it should look like this example here. For example, the worker 1 that I showed you in the list with $10,450, the amount should be listed in this box. So when the guy, the worker, the person who performed job during the year, throughout the year, he received several payments from an organization, and the total amount, as we just used the first worker as an example, $10,450 should appear in this box, which is number 3. Every worker who performed jobs in the same organization should receive similar form to this with the same, with except here the payers, which is organization name. Here's the recipient's name, the worker. Here's their address. Their social security number should appear here. If there is any taxes, I'm going to put it in different color. Or let's say, yes, in green color. Let's say if they deducted any taxes, so any federal taxes should be deducted should appear in this box here. And if there's any state taxes withheld, should be listed in this area. All right, We are back to the Form 1096. In this form, this is straightforward, very simple form you can use. First, you need to put how many forms did you issue for your workers. In our example, the organization issued 7 forms because it's 7 workers. So this comes in here. Here I'm marking it for you. This is box number 3. So you should put number 7 here. If there is any federal taxes withheld from any worker, it must be listed here, the amount, and of course the in this box number 5, we should put the $29,000 that was paid through the 1099 miscellaneous. Now, as you can see, this form includes 34 different types of forms. So you can use the 1096 to report 34 different types of forms. In our example, we are using the most common form, which is 1099 miscellaneous. And in this case, we should select this box. As you can see, I'm doing this here, just like that, so that we indicate to the IRS personnel that this form represents the 1099 miscellaneous. There's one important note here. You cannot use the same form 1096 to report 2 different types of forms. Let's say you have workers worked under 1099 miscellaneous, and let's say you have another 3 employees that you issued W-2s for them. You cannot report the W-2s in the same form where you report the 1096. So, I mean the 1099. You have to have separate 1096 for each type of forms that you present to your workers or employees or associates. Of course, the authorized person should sign here and put their title and the date of the time when they signed this form. What I would like to highlight here, very important things. The first one is the deadline to submit this form, the 1096, by mail is February 28th. If you are filing it electronically, then you have the time until March 31st of this year to file Form 1096. Now, where to file Form 1096? The address. There are 3 different addresses to send this form to. So the IRS assigned the 3 different locations for you to send it. You need to use only one location. It's based on the state where you live or where your business, your nonprofit is located. So a group of states, they are assigned for a location to send this form 1096. So you need to look through the instructions of the form 1096. There is 3 different addresses there based on the state. Let's say state of Michigan, they have to send it to certain address and so on. Now, regarding the filing electronically, here's the key thing. First of all, the IRS encourages businesses and nonprofits and even individuals who are required to file the 1096 to do it electronically, because this will save time, save paperwork, and will process it faster. But there's a requirement, there's a mandatory. If the nonprofit or the business or any individual who'd like to, or who is required actually, to file the 1096, if they are reporting more 250 1099s or more, then they have to submit it electronically. They cannot send it by mail. And this applies to all other types of reporting. As I showed you in a previous slide, the 1096 includes 34 different types of forms that you can use to report to the IRS. And I just used the 1099 as an example because, as I explained before, it is the most common form is being used to report for workers' compensation. So what you need to do, if you have 250 1099s, which is you have 250 workers did job for you during the year, and you need to report them with the 1096, then you need to do it electronically. You must do it electronically. Let's say after you already filed the 1096 for a certain number of workers. Same example that we used here, 7 workers that you reported for 1099s in the 1096 form. After you already filed this form, you discover that you have another couple of forms that you forgot or you missed or you did not report. How to fix this one? It's very simple. All what you need is just to bring another form 1096 and report the ones that you missed from your first report. And as I said, you cannot mix 2 different types of forms in the same reporting of the 1096. So if you have 1099s, you need to use extra or more, you need to use another 1096 to report it. If you discover that you have other 1098 or W2Gs, then you need to use a different form or an additional form 1096 to report those to the IRS. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please email me or post your comment, and I will promptly address them, and see you in my next video. Goodbye.